Hey everybody, Dustin Thompson here again, continuing on our series on energy markets. Now we're going to talk about the PJM Capacity Auction. So, what is the capacity auction? A lot of folks are hearing that prices in the capacity auction went really high recently. I want to be clear that those prices will really come into effect in June and July, so not really contributing heavily to what folks are experiencing right now in their energy bills. For that information, I refer you back to our previous videos. So the PJM capacity auction is a way for electricity companies to ensure that enough power will be available in the future. So every year, PJM holds an auction where power plants and energy companies offer to provide electricity when it's needed the most, like on hot summer days and cold winter days. Power companies and others that need that electricity can bid to buy this capacity ahead of time. And this helps ensure that the lights stay on and that there's enough electricity to meet demand, even when everyone's using a lot of energy. This auction determines the price that utilities will pay companies, power plants, to keep existing power plants running or to build new ones. It creates a market signal to get more energy onto the grid to keep electricity reliable and avoid those power outages. Now, PJM develops a score. This score is called the Effective Load Carrying Capability, or ELCC. And each energy type has a different ELCC, effective load carrying capability, how much power they know they can count on you to push into the grid when called upon. And that's based on several factors, and these scores impact how much capacity each power plant can then offer into the auction. PJM scores natural gas high and solar and wind low, which means gas makes up more of the capacity offered each year in the auction, and they can make a lot more money as a result. But there have been multiple cases, though, where natural gas plants were unable to meet their capacity agreements, particularly during recent winter storms, while wind and solar actually helped keep the grid running. You can read about this happening both in the Northeast and in Texas in past winter storms. Now, the capacity auction problems are compounded by the inability to build new power plants, particularly wind and solar, due to a backlog at PJM. We talked about that in our last video, local siting restrictions, and a federal crackdown on renewables. Meanwhile, the rapid expansion of data centers and AI, now being supported by the federal government, is driving a significant increase in capacity demand. A lot of folks think that a lot of demand is coming from electrification and EVs, and that's certainly part of it. But it's leaps and bounds higher when you look at the demand from data centers, particularly in our region, in the PJM footprint, especially in states like Virginia and North Carolina. This has created a huge surge in the demand for capacity in the auction without an increase in supply, because again, natural gas generators, power plants, aren't able to connect either because of the PJM backlog. And that's what's leading to price increases. Next, we're going to talk about how state and federal policies have impacted prices. So I hope to see you next time.